Yo YouTube, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going through some tips and tricks with the MCW, showing you guys how to improve, what to practice, and what to look out for if you guys are trying to improve as an AR player, whether it's now or heading into Black Ops 6. A lot of these skills are transferable. Now, if you guys are submachine gun players thinking, okay, why do I need to watch this? Two things that stand out. One, if you guys can understand how an AR player works, it'll be easier for you to go against them. And two, I don't think anyone should be limited to one role, especially with the day and age we play in Call of Duty now. I think everyone should be able to play multiple roles. If you guys want to play as a team or just generally in rank play, you need to be utilizing multiple roles to understand the game more and improve. So we've got about 7-8 minutes here of just pure gameplay with the MCW, and I'm going to be going through my thoughts and overall just what you guys should do to improve. So the first thing with MCW is like, it's not like the old CODs, right, where your AR is sitting at the back of the map and he can't contest close range. No, that day and age has changed. Right now, this weapon is basically a do-it-all weapon, and you're seeing it in these clips now. We're competing at close to medium range. Now, that doesn't mean you can't leverage long range as well, and that's why the MCW is so good. It's basically a do-it-all weapon at every single range, okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is adding movement to your game. Why do we need to add movement? Well, we're an AR player. You know, people might say, why do we need to add movement? There's no need. Just sit on a head glitch. Now, there's certain times where you can post up, okay? But majority of the times you want to be adding movement so that one, you can compete with the SMGs, and two, you could be a bit fast with the AR. You could be a bit impactful, and you're actually seeing it perfectly in this clip right now. As we go across, I'm going to back away just slightly. As we go across it, I want you to notice that the way we approach these gunfights, we're not running with our gunner. This is probably the most important thing. When I'm coaching subscribers, what I always see is this. You see right now how we're tack sprinting, okay? This is so crucial. You see how we're tack sprinting like this? This is a tack sprint when your gun is up in the air. But as soon as we know that we're going to approach some players, I want you to realize what we do. We go across and we get our weapon out. So there's one. Now, there's no tack sprinting going on now. We're simply going to be slide cancelling around the corner, ready for the gunfight. Look, as we close the gunfight, look, there's no tack sprinting. We're sliding, we're being ready, and we drop shot him. There is no reason that an AR should win this gunfight. There's absolutely no reason why an AR should win this gunfight. But in this current game, you can win it by adding movement. Look what we do. We go across, we take out one, we take out the second, and we drop shot the third. So using movement just makes you such an incredible target, and it's very hard for them to hit you. So make sure you're utilizing the correct movement. Look what we do here. We get one, instantly slide cancel to the right, get the second. So slide cancel, be ready with your AR, okay? The AR is so crucial. It's literally a beam, but make sure you're using it effectively. The next thing we want to talk about is repositioning after your gunfights. In Call of Duty, just like I said in the rival earlier on, in Call of Duty, when you get a red dot on your screen, most of the time you're normally going to kind of push that area, okay? So one thing I want you guys to start doing is repositioning after your gunfights. You're seeing it right now. Every time we get a kill, we're repositioning. Look at this. We get one, reposition to the left. We're simply backing away. We're using our cover. We're being annoying. Look, we go through again, we reposition. Every single kill we get, we're going through a different angle. We're making it harder for the opponent, okay? The next thing we want to go through is utilizing off angles. So right now is a perfect example. We go across, we take out one. As soon as we kill this second now, we go through, and it was simply because of timing and off angles, right? So we go through by getting the first kill. This isn't just about off angles, it's more about understanding the game and just understanding everything that's going on. So right now, if we pause it for a second, there's one player there, we end up killing him in the smoke, okay? So when I slide cancel in right now, I'm simply shouldering. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just trying to shoulder and get information. But look at this. I end up pushing and I see that no one's looking at me. So technically this is an off angle for them because they're not looking at me. So this is where I can commit. We take out one, we take out the second. So make sure you guys just use some game awareness and just kind of understand the situation. The next thing is positioning, and this is a perfect clip to kind of talk about it. In this situation, who should win the gunfight? Me or this player in front? Now, if we have the exact same skill level, I should win this gunfight simply based on positioning. So don't be afraid to play on head glitches, play on the high ground, be annoying to play against. You're seeing it right now. We're taking our time and we're just being very annoying. Positioning is one of the most crucial things as an MCW player. So we're adding positioning and movement. Look at this. We get one, we jump across, we get the second. So not only are we adding movement now, we are out positioning our opponents. So now you have a whole layer. You have a whole kind of skill set to use, okay? The next thing we're going to talk about, pre-aiming head glitches. This is one of the most important things as an AR. When you're watching over your team, you want to be pre-aiming popular positions, right? Hopefully we have a clip coming up here where we can talk about it, but you always want to be pre-aiming head glitches and being ready for the gunfight. So you want to make sure that you're utilizing your assault rifle, okay? It's such a beam, especially when you're going for those head glitches. So you just want to make sure whenever you spot someone and you know where they're coming from, you're just pre-aiming and you're ready. Okay, now when I talk about pre-aiming, I also want you guys to practice the crack aim. So what the crack aim is hopefully we show you, but let's go through. There's another one. So again, utilizing those off angles. So right now is a perfect example. I know they're coming through the right, okay? So me pre-aiming this area is kind of pre-aiming the head glitch. There's one, there's two, and that one didn't really count, but this one's a perfect example. We know that on the hill, one way that they can see us, okay, I rewinded a bit too much, but that's fine. We'll talk about this instead. In this situation, shouldering is really important, because if I just slide out right now, I don't have the weapon to really combat them with a movement. We shoulder it, back away, camera them. There's one, there's a second. So we're just using the AR that, even though it's supposed to be a mid to long range weapon, we can use it close range. It's so crucial. But look at this right now. This angle that we created for ourselves, we're simply pre-aiming the head glitch. And pre-aiming the head glitch, I get the kill, back away. Always utilize that. It's one of the most important traits of the game. Look, we side cancel out, get the kill. Movement, really important. Now, we're actually going to go through that clip again and show you guys an overview of what I think the AR position's best at. I think the best thing to do with an AR, whenever I'm playing with an AR, is simply just, I like to think of it as a sentry gun, okay? I like to think of it as a moving sentry gun. You guys are basically a sentry gun that can move around the map. Your job isn't to get mixy and finesse and flank them and do all that stuff. That's a sub's job. Now, you can still do that with an AR at certain times, but your main job is to be a sentry gun. So look at this. We take out one, we go through. I expect them to be on the right. So look, he's live march, right? So what do? We add movement. Remember, movement, the first thing we spoke about. So I'm going to slide across. Now I'm ready. I don't know exactly where he is, but I know roughly. He's on the right street. So what do we do here? I want you guys to think, what do we do here? We're going to either slide cancel out or we're going to jump out. Now, when I jump like this is called cameraing, okay? You see how he's not ready for the gunfight? I am. So I jump out and I'm ready. I'm going to jump again just to do that little bunny hop and get a kill. Now, sentry guns, what do? Their best job is to track targets. We back away here. We don't get aggressive. We back away, hold the angle, and guess what? Another kill. So we just got a three-piece just like that. Not pretending, but just kind of thinking like you're like a sentry gun, just locking down positions. Now, right now, we get closer. We go through. I'm going to hold the angle. If I was an SMG right now, this is the only difference. If I was an SMG, I probably would have got closer and maybe played in that right corner. But because I'm an AR, I'm trying to find the angles that benefits me. So look what we do. We get this kill. We push up the map here. And I want you guys to realize how we approach this. So we take the angles. Remember, with the assault rifle, it's all about the angles. We take out one, back away, perfect. Now, I know they're coming through the left window, okay? So I think, right, how can we watch the left window through an angle? So I'm gonna go through, using movement, we slide, watch the window. In this situation, if he was to run out that window, I have such a good angle to kill him with the assault rifles. We go through, we get a kill. It's all about utilizing what you have in your locker. The assault rifle is so versatile. Make sure you're utilizing it. Backing away, using the power spots. I personally feel like, I use both all the time. I personally feel like it's not broken, but I think it's better than the rival as an overall weapon. I will say it's a little bit broken. Like the 4-shot headshot as well is insane, but it's just a do-it-all weapon. Like, I don't think there's anything you can't do with the MCW. It really is insane. The next situation, the thing I want to talk about is watching over your teammates. Now, this is normally number one on the list. When you're looking at an assault rifle, it's one of the most crucial things to do. But watching over your team, watching over your teammates, and just kind of picking up the gaps. So right now is a bit of movement, good finesse, but in a lot of the clips coming up, what you're going to see is we're actually watching over our teammate. We're looking at the minimap and we're kind of identifying the gaps in the setup. And right now is a perfect example. If I was a submachine gun right now, what I would have done instead is I would have gone to the left and I would have tried to sneak on through. I would have tried to finesse on through, get annoying, use my movement to kind of push across, right? But because I'm an AR, there's no need to rush. Let's stand on this head glitch, watch over my team, let my team get aggressive. Again, I'm a sentry gun, right? Let's be on top. Let's wait here. So we go through and look what we do. We pick up the angles. There's one. Okay, take our time. We look to the left here, pick up the other angle, take out two. In this situation now, if my teammate's with me, they can then jump on the hill. So right now, same situation. We're watching over our teammate. We're picking up those gaps. We're holding those angles. And guess what? One pushes right into us. So we go through, we turn around, and I'm just simply waiting, picking up those angles. There's one. We get aggressive here. We take out the second. all about utilizing those angles with an AR. Really, really effective stuff here. And again, don't be afraid to be snappy. Don't be afraid to get up close and personal and use that movement. Look at that. That was an insane shot. But when I'm thinking about preparing for Black Ops 6, what can we do to prepare for it? What can you guys do right now? One thing I would say, if you guys are trying to get better with an AR, is get used to like experimenting with it. Like in a lot of these clips here, actually, let me talk about this clip because this is one of my favorites. So I think what you need to be doing is getting comfortable with the weapon, okay? So right now, let's go through this clip. So there's a great kill. We take out one. We see this player. We slide cancel and take him out. So really good stuff here. But the next clip is probably my favorite. In this situation, we go across, okay? Now, I know that they're going to be around here. I'm not scared to check it. I'm not scared because I'm simply playing for information, okay? And again, utilize your weapon. So right now, we go through. I shoulder him and he's not looking at me. So why would I be scared to challenge him? But before I challenge him, I'm going to get into cover. I'm getting shot now. So as soon as I kill him, I get into cover. Now, what I'm going to talk about now is your toolbox. I spoke about this in the other video. I spoke about this before. I want you guys to imagine, as a Call of Duty player, you guys have a toolbox. And in that toolbox, you have different mechanics, different moves. And it's your job to put together the best move in this scenario. So right now, in this situation, my best move is to utilize a cover. So we go through and make this guy one shot. It's now to utilize the cover. And there's one thing I should do here, and that is snaking. So look what we do. We snake, we get the information, we go down again, and then I recenter onto him. You want to utilize everything in your locker. Look, we go through, we take out one. I'm going to turn around, I'm in a bad spot. I jump around the corner and fry him. Centering. Really, really important. Look at this. Again, I get caught out. I get caught off guard, use some movement, turn around and finesse him. You just, all these things are reactions now, but you want to make sure that you guys are just thinking, right, what tool can I have in my locker that can help me out? There's another one. We get a two-piece. We're going to go through the left there. We're going to slide cancel, preempt the head glitch. Remember we spoke about earlier? Preempting the head glitch. Preempt it, absolutely fry him. So it's just about utilizing the tool. We jump across. That's a submachine gun gunfight, but we take it in that situation. We go behind them. Right there, I've got confidence. We get the kill. So another thing I will talk about is utilizing off angles and the high ground. And this clip, probably a perfect one to talk about. Right now, we go through, we take out one, there's another one. So we're going across and we're simply just utilizing the high ground. Make sure to utilize the high ground, utilize the off angles, and just be annoying to play against. Even in this situation here, I'm watching over my team. There's one. We're going to go through and I'm saying, right, my teammates are both on A right now. If I had a submachine gun, what would I do here? If I had a submachine gun, I would simply run into Cafe. If you guys aren't aware what Cafe is, it's Cafe is the building right in front of me, okay? So if I had a submachine gun right here, let me back away. So yeah, again, good movement there. But yeah, if I had a submachine gun right now, you see this building where my teammate is, my teammate in front of me, I would try to get in there and be annoying. But because I have an AR, I'm watching over my teammate. There's one. I'm simply thinking, okay, how can I be the most impactful teammate right now? I don't need to do everything, but if I can watch this cross, and my opponents run across, I should be able to get them weak. So again, being a good teammate, look at this. I'm watching the cross, watching over them, and look at that. That's a big kill. Now the second player, we're going to make him weak and back away. And by now, my teammates basically have A locked down. So not only am I using movement, I'm now using off angles. I'm just thinking, right, what can I do? How can I be impactful as a teammate? Again, off angles, going through, just being such a good teammate by stretching the map out, okay? Make sure you guys utilize all these tips if you guys are trying to improve as an AR player. And don't just put yourself in a box. Don't just think, okay, I'm an AR, I can't push hills, I can't do this, I can't do that. No. Most of the time when I'm playing Call of Duty, I don't put myself in that kind of box as a role player. I kind of look at the map and say, what do we need? Because sometimes I might have an assault rifle in hand, but we simply need to be on the hill. So I'll go through and I'll get on the hill. Another thing is you can always pick up a rival. You can always pick up an MCW. Don't just limit yourself to one like weapon. And for me, the biggest improvement I've had with the MCW is just utilizing the movement. I actually move like I've got a submachine gun and it makes it so much easier. You're seeing right now, look, we're jumping, we're sliding. Like I'm not really afraid to utilize the MCW as if I'm using a rival. And then when I'm at that medium to long range, I'm even more kind of impactful with it because that's its main purpose. So when I'm close range, I'm finessing. When I'm long range, I'm kind of setting up. And last and final tip for the MCW, perfect and practice your aim, okay? Go into the bot lobbies, even more important than the rival, because you're at that medium to long range. Really go through, really perfect that aim, really perfect your movement with your accuracy, and just make sure that you're utilizing your shot at medium to long range. One thing I would say, big piece of advice, work on your centering. work on your strafing, okay? In a lot of these clips coming up and what you've seen earlier, every time we're in a gunfight, we're strafing. We're strafing. What strafing is, for someone that's not really sure, it's simply moving left and right, okay? When you move left and right while you're aiming in, you increase your aim assist, basically. So it makes it a lot easier. So right now, look, we're on a head glitch, and every kill, we're just strafing. Look at this. We're strafing left and right, and look at that. We take our time, we're strafing left and right, we get the kill. This is a perfect clip right here. We take out one, reposition, look at that. Go through again, take out the second, jump to the right, take out the third. We're always utilizing that aim assist, being very, very annoying. We're utilizing movement, and we're just trying to watch over our teammates. That's the biggest thing. And a lot of these clips, although we're at a bit close range, like, we're always watching over our teammate. We're always being an impactful AR player. And if I have to get on the hill like right now, I will. So don't be afraid to get on the hill. Don't be afraid to watch over them. This gun is a do-it-all weapon, so make sure you guys utilize it. If you guys want any more tips, let me know down below, any specific ones. That one honestly was a bit more of a, it wasn't really a structured video. I kind of just spoke about, as an AR player, what I like to do, and just overall some points. It wasn't really structured. It might not be in the order as well, most important. It kind of just, I was just kind of speaking from what I'm seeing in the clips and just points that kind of went to my head. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. Do you guys prefer me just having gameplay and talking over it? Do you guys prefer me breaking down clips in detail? Let me know, and I'll make sure to utilize more of those videos. YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.